Okay, shalom, 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 kwam yasha'Allah, koholomila, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Kahakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth, and just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai to the best of their ability. Jachanan Nawaf just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And I wanted to touch on this article or this interview with Charlemagne the God and Vlad. I think it's on I think this is the Breakfast Club. But anyway, the brother from GMS Austere Man, he posted it, and he entitled it "Behold the Deceiver," and that's exactly what this man is. He's a damn deceiver, and one of the things that he's deceiving on is he's saying that your Jewish lineage by law goes through your mother, and that's not scriptural. There's no scripture in the Bible that supports that your mother determines who the child is. Now in America, since the so-called white man is, as you know, with his laws have ripped the man out of the home, yeah, these children are becoming more, I would say, more like their mother because they're only with their mother. But that's all deception as well, because the so-called white man, he has set it up where there are no men in the homes. The so-called white man has placed a woman above all the men, basically. And matter of fact, though, that's an actual Salakia. That is an actual prophecy. Let's get that real quick. And I want to go off into some of this video. Yeah, Jeremiah 31:22, it says, "How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord Yahweh hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man." And that's where we're at right now. But it's slowly dwindling out of, it's falling, just like, because the so-called white man is falling, that is falling as well. The woman being above the man, that is falling as well. Because when you go off into, there's going to come a point of this right here, this scripture coming to pass. Isaiah chapter 4 and verse 1. And it's entitled "A Remnant Prepared." Verse 1, it says, "And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, We will eat our bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach." Right? So from DJ Vlad's logic, which I'm going to go into this video, say for instance, these 7 women that shall take hold of this one man, let's just say that all those 7 women are all different women, right? Say one is an Egyptian, one is a, Japanese, one is a Chinese, one is so on and so forth. So if this man, which let's say this man is a so-called black man, if he puts his seed in all 7 of these women, all 7 of those seeds now all become what the women are? Or are they going to be what that man is? See? Of course they're going to be what that man is. Now, if you have one woman and she has 7 husbands, which let's do the math here. Let's go back to the man. He has 7 wives. That man can get all 7 of those wives pregnant in one night. If he got the juice or the energy, right? He can pump all of them up. He can give them all some sperm and impregnate them. And within the next 3 months, they're all belly showing. But now when it comes to that woman, say this same thing with the woman. This woman, she has 7 husbands, which is an abomination, which is disgusting, which goes against the scriptures, right? Because a woman can only remarry by the scriptures if her husband passes away, if her husband dies, right? Legally. Okay, so now, if she has 7 husbands, she can only get pregnant once per 9 months by each one of those husbands, which would take a lifetime damn near for her to have 7 children, as opposed to that man sleeping with 7 women and having 7 children. Soon as those 9 months are up for all 7 of those women for that man, he can do that all over again. By the time that woman have that first batch of kids, I mean, this man can have a whole nation within no time. So that lets you know right there that there's a difference between a man and there's a difference between a woman. And the Lord created the man first. He didn't create Eve first, man. So let's get that all straightened. Because that, you know, you had to come out of this mindset of this world of Esau. His world is that the woman is on top and that she runs everything and what she says goes. And that's just what it is right now. But there's coming a point where this verse right here, this prophecy right here is going to stand. It's going to get so bad. It's going to get so rough that there's going to be women that's actually going to be like, hey, look, let me read this again. Check it out. You know what? Let me read it in the NLT. Let's see how the New Living Translation says it. It says, in that day, so few men would be left that 7 women will fight for each man. Huh? Right now, these goddamn women. These women got 10, 12, 20 dudes on speed dial. But one that they can call up and get whatever they want or need whenever they want or need it. Right? It says, in that day, so few men will be left that 7 women will fight for each man, saying, let us all marry you. We will provide our own food and clothing. What? Jake don't have to take your ass out to a 5-star restaurant? Jake don't have to, you know, don't have to take you out for no meals. He don't have to take, you know, Uber Eat you no shit. While you're at work or wherever the hell you at. You know, Jake or Uber Eat a woman and her 5 or 6 friends food to one damn house while she chilled out, you know, just chilling up, just doing nothing, man. But if he were to ask her, can you make me something to eat? Shit, get out of here with that. That's not going to happen. Slocky, I'm trying to charge the phone here. Anyway, let's get the rest of this. Okay. It says, we will provide our own food and clothing. Only let us take your name so we won't be mocked as old maids. And that's coming, man. That's a prophecy that's coming. So just wanted to give the women and how different it really is. Because a man, he can get out here and live out of a backpack and live on these streets, man, if it came down to it, a lot better than a woman would. Straight up. Straight up. Let's just be honest here. Let's take a 25-year-old man, you know, decent looking guy, handsome. He go, you know, say for instance, he loses his home or, you know, whatever. Attractive woman and she was living out of her car. You see what I'm saying? Whole lot better. Let's remove the car. Let's say there is no car. That man, he can set up show, he can do something, man. But the safety part of it, he's going to be a lot more safe than a woman is going to be. Because a woman is a lot more vulnerable. Men see a man out here homeless, they just going to be like, oh, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Damn, that brother fell on hard times. They see an attractive woman, they're going to be trying to push up. And if they can't push up, they're going to take advantage of your situation and pretty much like, you know, hey, you're of no value. They'll snatch you. And then at the same time, too, a woman will actually understand that, hey, look, man, I can't make it out here. I can't do this shit by myself. She will go with anybody just to get out of the situation that she's in. And that's pretty much what this Isaiah 4:1 is talking about. She would go with this man. She would go with 2 or 3 men. She would jump in a vehicle with just to get out of the cold. Oh, well, come on and get in this van or come on and get in my truck real quick. At least warm up. Next thing you know, he done locked the door. She done wheeled away. She trying to jump out the car at 60 miles an hour. You know, it's a totally different situation. I'm just trying to set the stage, man. But now let's get off into this real quick. Check out what DJ Vlad says, right, about Drake.
The most famous Palestinian in the world. But neither one of them has said anything about this at all. And people are saying, well, they're not politicians, whatever. They influence hundreds of millions of people, which ultimately has an influence on the world. And you're not choosing to say anything. And Drake, who has a Jewish mother, you know, which by Jewish law makes him Jewish.
And that's some BS, man. It does not.
That's how you know these people are not the people, man. Did a video recently about what Numbers 1 and 18. Your tribe and who you are is determined by the Father, man.
And that's what the brother mentioned. So since he mentioned it, Numbers 1 and 18, let's go into it. Because, you know, you have to ask a lot of questions when they get to saying stuff like this. How does your lineage go through your mom, bro? When the man is the one that's carrying the kids in his sperm box, you know, his nut sack. So, Lockie, I don't mean to be graphic, but he's the one. Those are children already. He shoots the children into the woman. She basically nourishes that seed, man. That's it. Anyway, let's get off into the scripture that the brother just mentioned. It says, and as they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers. See that? According to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward by their polls. So they said they declared their pedigree after their families by the house of their fathers. Let's see how it reads in the NLT. In the New Living Translation, it says, and they assembled the whole community of Israel on that very day. All the people were registered according to their ancestry by their clans and families. The men of Israel who were 20 years old or older were listed one by one. Okay. But you get the point. But let's get this word pedigree in the Hebrew. Let's see what this word pedigree goes into. It's lucky what's going on here. Okay, we're having a little technical difficulties here. What's going on here? Yeah, Esau, man, is a damn liar. And what's starting to happen is people are starting to really question and see. They're starting to see that these people are not who they're saying they are. Oh, wow, they ain't even damn app acting up. Let's see though. Let's define it in Google then. I don't know what's going on with this blue letter. Okay, so the word pedigree, right? It says the record of descent of an animal showing it to be purebred. The number two definition is the recorded ancestry, especially upper class ancestry of a person or family. See? And how did they do it? How did they do it? Let's go back to it. After their families by the house of their fathers. See? Matter of fact, let's go up to verse 1 too. Let's get that. It says the census of Israel's warriors, which will show you also as well that those Israelis over there, they got women over there in their army. We didn't have no women. Hey, look, nowhere in the Israelite history where you see no woman in the army, man, in the Bible. Nowhere. So what are those guys over there doing? They're totally, whatever the scripture says, they actually go against. Literally. Verse 1, it says, and the Lord spake unto Moses in the wilderness of Sinai, in the tabernacle of the congregation, on the first day of the second month, in the second year, after they were come out of the land of Egypt, saying, so this was when they came out of Egypt with Moses, right? Take ye the sum of all the congregation of the children of Israel, after their families, by the house of their fathers, with the number of their names, every male by their polls. See, it says by the house of their fathers, every male by their polls, not the house of their mother, every female by their polls. This is going off into the father, the lineage. This is why when you go off into, let's go to Matthew chapter 1, right? It says the genealogy of Yahushua Mashiach, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus. So this is who they call Jesus, his genealogy. And it's nothing but men being named off. All through the Old Testament, all through the scriptures, when it comes to lineage, when it comes to ethnicity, when it comes to pedigree, it's always listed by your father. he's got a son, he's got a daughter. That son is going to always keep his father's last name. But when that daughter is married off, she's going to lose her father's last name and she's going to take on the name of the husband that she marries. Why? Because the lineage goes by that son, by males, man. It's simple. But Esau is so goddamn crafty, and people are just, especially in America, that's so your household goes by your, they can push it because what did the so-called white man do? He got smart. He said, hey, let me get rid of these dudes out of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans out of those households. Now, what he didn't expect was in the future that same thing would happen to him as well. So he's out here, he's going through baby mama drama, just like he set the so-called black man up to go through baby mama drama. He didn't know that that was going to land on his stupid ass. But now they're going through worse problems than we are. Really, in reality. Okay, but anyway, so I typed in a few things. Let's see. We're here. Let's see what they have here. I'm putting in, why does Jewish ancestry go by the mother? Let's see what they say. Okay, so they said the Talmud. The Talmud has nothing to do with the Bible. This is something they came up with. It says the Talmud adduces the law of matrilineal descent from Deuteronomy 7:3-4, which warns that as the consequences of intermarriage, he, the Gentile father, would turn away your son. Well, these people, man, golly. He, the Gentile father, would turn away your son, the child born to your Jewish daughter, from following me. Now, see, this is what, matter of fact, let's go into that. Let's go into that real quick. See, these people, they get real slippery with the scriptures, man. See, what happened with King Solomon was King Solomon had those 700 wives and 300 concubines, and they turned him from following Yahweh. That was the only reason why he wasn't, that's the only reason why the Lord told us don't marry certain lineages of people, because they would turn us from following him. It wasn't nothing wrong, because Moses married a woman that wasn't an Israelite and had Israelite children. Matter of fact, Joseph, he married an Egyptian, a Canaanite woman. And two of the tribes come from that marriage. Manasseh and Ephraim. So what are these people talking about? Do it though. Verse 1, Deuteronomy 7:1. When Yahweh thy God, Salakia, when Yahweh thy God shall bring thee into the land, whither thou goest to possess it, and hath cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, and the Girgashites, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou. And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, Salakia, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them, that thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them. So really, in reality, they were supposedly be totally destroyed. Right? But, of course, that didn't happen. It says, neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter shall not give unto his sons, nor his daughters shalt thou take unto thy sons. For, check it out, for they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord Yahweh be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly. Now, if it's saying the sons and the daughters, why are they just using the mother? Let's get it back again. It says, neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter shall not take unto his son, nor his daughter take thou. Salakia, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. See? So it's mentioning the son and the daughter. So why are they just talking about the mother right here instead of the father as well? Right? See, this is how sneaky they are. See, it says the Talmud adduces the law of matrilineal descent from Deuteronomy 7, 3 through 4, which warns that as the consequences of intermarriage, he, the Gentile father, would turn away your son, the child born to your Jewish daughter, from following me. This don't even make no sense. This shit is just... But this is what they do, man. It's confusing as hell. And the average person that doesn't get off into the scriptures or actually don't study, they don't look into none of these words, they don't look into anything, you know, it'll confuse you. But common sense, I mean, but you know, a lot of, you know, people don't really go off into, you know, and the scriptures talks about leaning not towards our own understanding. We go into the scriptures and find out what's really happening. That's why it's plain and simple in Numbers chapter 1, how your lineage goes, how your ethnicity goes. All through the scriptures. Matter of fact, let's just, you know, let's just put in. I'm just gonna put in. Let's see. Matter of fact, let's go back into the Google. Let's put in his lineage. Let's see where his lineage starts. And see, when they go up into these things, see, they have even charts for this. Even if you're talking about Esau, the so-called white man, it has a lineage of nothing but men. It might mention his wife, but that lineage is still going through his seed, through his loins, through his sperma, right? Let's put in, I'm just going to put in a few different ones, man. I'm gonna... Let's put in Canaan's lineage. It says was the son of Ham and grandson of Noah. Okay, so why do you think that the scriptures mention Noah and his sons over, you know, his wife and the sons' wives? You don't even hear nothing about the Noah's wife and his sons' wives. It really just talks about Noah and his sons. But we know that they had wives and they reproduced. And those in that reproduction ended in the results of the lineage of Shem, Ham, and Japheth being on the planet. And all these nations come from Shem, Ham, or Japheth. The men. That shit that these people are talking about don't make no sense at all. It don't make no sense at all. They're talking about the mother. You're Jewish because of your mother? That don't, bro. Anyway. Let's see. Who else can we put in? Let's put in, let's see if we can get some from Elam. See, Elam was a son of Shem. Okay, no. This is talking about Elam. It was Elam. So there was two different names of Elam. As far as, you know, that was an actual name of a son, Salakia. Not Elam, the nation. Let's see, they have it right here. Who are the descendants of the Elamites? Oh, shit. Well, I don't know. Who knows? They said their direct descendants are people in Iran and Iraq. Okay. The point that I'm trying to make is, though, you know, by the Spirit, is just going off into those sons, man. Because, like I said again, from what these people are saying, and Joseph, and it's a number of places, you know, that they would have to even be saying that King David, because it's great. I think his great grandmother was Rahab, which would have, or great-great-grandmother, Salaki, if I'm getting that wrong. Matter of fact, I think was the mother of Boaz, which married Ruth. Because I think Rahab, she was a Canaanite. She would have been a so-called African. She was a Canaanite, if I'm not mistaken. And also, for them to even say what they're saying as far as that, if Boaz married Ruth, which was a Moabite or Moabitess, then what they're saying is King David would be a Canaanite, a Moabitess. He would be everything except for an Israelite. I mean, come on, it don't make no sense. And then also, like I said, if Joseph married the Egyptian woman when he was in Egypt, he had 2 sons that was blessed. That was blessed by our forefather, Jacob, before he passed away. Israel, his name being changed to Israel. Right? Those 2 sons were from an Egyptian woman, so how could they be Israelites? Wouldn't they be Egyptians? Wouldn't they be Canaanites? But then, you know, that you never hear him mention any of these other tribes anyway, so maybe that's something that they're going by. Who knows? You know, because they don't mention, they never mention the tribe of Ephraim, the tribe of Manasseh. They never mention the tribe of Naphtali or Asher or any of these other tribes. They just say Jewish. And I'm not even sure. Matter of fact, let's put in this. I'm going to end out here. I'm not going to keep it long. I'm going to put in, let's see, are Jewish people from the tribe of Judah? Because a lot of people don't even understand that word Jew is just short for Judah. And that's just one tribe out of the 12. Okay, they have Kingdom of Judah, Southern Kingdom, Davidic Dynasty. And somebody just put this in, just wrote this in here in the Britannica. It says Judah is one of the 12 tribes of Israel, descended from Judah, who was the 4th son born to Jacob and his first wife Leah. Okay, so that's accurate. It is disputed whether the name Judah was originally that of the tribe or the territory it occupied, and which was transposed from which. See, there you go. That's where they get into the bullshit. Anyway, he was named Yahweh, man. Matter of fact, let's go into the scripture on that. And this is how you know, hey, the Lord's name is in the name of Judah. Yahweh. Let's see here. Let's just put in Judah. He was the 4th son. Let's go off into it. Oh, it's working now. Okay, cool. See? Will I praise Yahweh? Let's see how they got it. To give thanks, praise. That's what it really is going into. They have Yada. But anyway, again, for what them to be saying is if what they're saying is true, then there is no Israel. If it's just going by the mom, come on, bro. And matter of fact, that's what they say too. They say it doesn't matter who the father is. So they can have it can be a so-called Chinese man with an Israelite woman, and that child is still an Israelite. That don't make no fucking sense. That's from what they're saying. Literally, bro. It makes absolutely no sense at all. But I just wanted to just bring that out for the new believers, the newcomers that's coming into this truth, because a lot of our people don't know that. A lot of our people, they have no idea that your lineage goes through. People really believe that there's a such thing as biracial and mixed and all this other stuff. There's no such thing as mixed or biracial. You are exactly what your dad is. It don't make no difference what you come out looking like. And we always like to use, I even heard the apostle use that example of Patrick Mahomes the other day. Patrick Mahomes, if you look at his daughter and his son, they look like little so-called white kids. But those are Israelites because he's an Israelite. Now, their mom is an Edomite. So does that make those children Edomites because their mom is an Edomite? No, they are Israelites because their dad is an Israelite. Your lineage goes by your dad. It makes absolutely no damn sense. I can't believe they've been getting away with that for so long. Just on a common sense street level, that don't make no fucking sense. Come on, bro. Anyway, I just wanted to touch on that. I pray that the lesson was edifying with that. Kwame Yashala.